Hello together, we are back with another video about our hypnosis research project. We will presenting you sessions about the topic, the event. So stay tuned about what Heidi's higher self has to say. We had another interesting hypnosis session. This time we explored the so-called event that has been described by Dolores Cannon. In order to make sure you will be notified for all session segments about the event, subscribe now to not miss it out.
Hello everybody, we're here once again for another research hypnosis session. I am Heidi.
And my name is Andreas. And I would like you guys to check out our first research session that we had about the new Earth. The link will be below in the description section. Today our topic will be the event, the Ascension event. That's a topic many clients and people are talking about already a couple of years now, and we are going to try to get a little bit deeper into the information.
So what I do is, again, you tell me. I don't know anything on what the subject's going to be about until today. And then what I do is I go through a little meditation, and from there we go into our session.
Do we have the permission to connect with different sources of knowledge about the topic, the event?
Yes.
Very good, thank you very much. Before we go there, why did Heidi hear a high pitch? How was that related?
It's from the Earth spinning in a different direction. The changes within the center of the Earth, it had a different vibration because of that. You hear almost like a ringing in the ear.
So what she's hearing or feeling is that the Earth during the event or after the event, or even before the event?
Doing.
During the event?
Yes.
Okay. What's the importance of that high-pitched sound that she heard?
It is a call. Certain ones can hear it.
Okay. So those that can hear it, what's the difference between those people that can hear it and those that are not hearing it right now?
The ones that are not hearing it they don't acknowledge. It's almost like they're blocked from that pitch and they can't hear it.
Okay. Those that can hear it.
Yes.
Those that can hear the high-pitched sound, what does that supposed to mean for them?
They need to be paying attention to it. It's a cry within the earth.
Thank you very much. In your perception or point of view, how would the event unfold?
Little things will start to develop as it is almost fearful of how that would be. And as we have to understand that it is not about that, and that this needs to be moved to the side, it is preventing us from understanding exactly what is going on.
So how would a human being perceive the event?
A human will perceive it as some type of difference or disconnection or powerful catastrophe. And there are individual ones that are there or here to help that process.
What happens after the event?
There will be change, as you would say. If that happens, it is not possible to see that because it is already in the process. So it will be a better place, as there will be different types of internal instincts that are developing and change as a human being. It will change everything, but in the mindset, it will be hard to understand that. So as you would say, all the senses start to develop, and we are not restricted with only having a few. So there will be ones who have a higher amount of senses, and once it gets to that level, it will be a new world and a new universe. And it is something that we would not even imagine seeing as we would see now.
So we would actually perceive our outside world different after the event.
Yes.
Okay. Another question is there a timeline that leads to the event?
Yes.
Can you please elaborate on that so we can somehow grasp that idea of a timeline?
I have to say that it is just very close to that part, as it is not by a certain number, but by the feeling we have. So if I were to tell you a certain year or number, that is not what I am to do. It is not in my part. It is a prediction. And when we predict, it changes the outcome. It is not the intuition. It is a prediction. So we go into that direction. And when we go into a predicted direction, that can lead into a catastrophe. And it can change the outcome in a negative way.
Well, then I have another question about that. Many clients in the past channeled information about the event and of course as well the new earth. Is there any misconception about it? Why were the timeline predictions wrong until now?
As I had stated, is we have to be very careful of our predictions and where they actually come from, as we can be extremely influenced and not even understand why.
Well, then the question would be that are there forces that try to prevent that event from happening?
Yes.
So are these forces on or at the earth or from outside the earth?
Both.
Okay. Well, then if we first go into the forces from outside from the earth, in human terms, how would we describe them?
Names are not important, as it's more symbolistic. They do have different presence to them, and they come in ways to deceive you.
I understand, just to try to pinpoint it a little bit more, would we call them in a human term as extraterrestrials or extra-dimensionals, or are these more dark force entities having another agenda?
There's different ones. Some humans would think they were the fallen ones, but not all of them are. And yes, those are different entities.
Do they collaborate together or do they have their own agendas?
Own agendas. However, they are not enemies with each other.
Okay. How are humans actually misled or deceived by those forces, if you want to call them like that?
Through the mind. The mind is very open.
Mm-hmm.
And it is constantly battling through different thoughts. And certain ones can see that throughout the areas they live. They feel the ones that have been extremely influenced. And these ones that feel have to be centered within themselves, as they are the ones that are ascending to the highest realm. And if that is influenced within them, they can go even in a deeper state of mind, becoming extremely lost. As the ones that are on the negative energy force see that, and they are like powerful ones in the night that take that, and they are looking for the ones that are more enlightened and finding ways to get them in the lower state of mind like they are.
So they try to influence the light workers, so-called?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, Heidi, how do you feel after the session that we concluded about 10 minutes ago?
I feel a little bit, my energy feels a little low.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's whatever went on in this session, it took quite a bit of energy. I've never felt this before, but I was feeling the planet. I was feeling its emotions, I guess you would say.
Okay.
Almost like it's crying out for help.
And by the way, our next video will be the conversation we had with Dolores Cannon. You don't want to miss that out. But how did you perceive Dolores?
Well, it's interesting because I felt like I was doing like this little messing with my hands or something.
We hope you enjoyed this video, so don't forget to subscribe and throw us a thumbs up. Our next video will be coming soon.